What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Happy Sunday, everyone. The other day I made a video where we discussed about a potential upcoming guaranteed event. Well, Plarium had much crazier plans than a petty guaranteed event, and my god, so many crazy champions up for the grabs. On top of it, if you guys remember, they made a calendar at the beginning of the Monster Hunter collaboration that showed a couple of events for each one of the heroes, and they kind of like left the impression that if you don't get it now, you're never gonna be able to get it again, right? I feel like a lot of people were under the FOMO effect, and that's not the case, guys. I feel like for the next 1.5 months, or for how long is the event in game, the collaboration with Monster Hunter, we'll be getting a lot of these events. Because guess what? The Archer Queen is back in the event, up for grabs, so you have a chance to get it tomorrow. And not just that, so many other champions. So let me just go directly to the events. This Monday, January 29th, we're planning to launch a progressive chance event, giving you at least a 15x chance to summon the champions of your choice. Ancient, Sacreds, Primal, and Voids, of course. The very first champion that we have on the list, guys, is going to be the Queen Archer. Now, I don't have her. I would love to get her. And the Summon Rush event is still on tomorrow, guys. I haven't opened a single shard the entire weekend. I've told you guys in that video as well. Warning, do not open your shards because you might be able to put your hand on something better. And I know how many of you guys actually want this champion, She's amazing. Great for Hydra. Great for a Cursed City. A lot of crowd controlling her kit. So, yeah, I would definitely love to get her. I'm pretty sure we will be having more events on this champion in the near future. Then, moving over to the next one is going to be Steltus Dragonbane. A super solid champion for Dragon 10 hard mode. Like, he is the MVP. Not just that, but he's a solid nuker for Arena 2, double AoEs, very interesting passive. So, Steltus is definitely worth summoning for, The next champion, and I feel like a lot of you guys will want to get this one, or at least a lot of you guys will want to try to get this one, and that is Newt, guys. He is absolutely crazy, okay? Like, the best enemy max HP for dungeons. He's the best except for a Hydra where a Crazier still dominates, but this skill is just so powerful. So he's gonna be part of the event as well. I know a lot of people miss the fusion. It was a pretty hardish fusion if I remember it correctly. Then we have Helicat, another amazing defense-based champion. And seems like the team for this is defense-based champions, And Helicat, he was a fusion, I feel like last year, if I'm not mistaken, the best block damage champion in the game, hands down. Like, block damage, increased defense, shield, counter attack, weaken, defense aura. He just does so many. Super annoying for live arena, for example. Then the next champion is still one of my most wanted to get as a dupe, and that is, sorry, I clicked on the wrong faction, Nakret the Great. What a beast of a champion. He only needs like 6 skill tomes in his entire kit, and if you want somebody to keep your champion alive, nobody in the entire game will do it better than the Nakret the Great. Hell, not even a Stone Skin set will do it better than him, honestly. Such a crazy champion. He's very powerful, mainly for Arena. He can be used in PvE content, but I'll be very honest, I haven't really found much use in Clan Boss for him. It's very hard to tune a team with him because of how his ally protection and ally attack works. But my god, he is such a monster. Then, of course, we have a champion that was recently in a Titan event, or whatever the event was called, and that is Stormin. It was a fusion during Christmas a few years ago. Still pretty solid as a champion. Good for crowd control. Good for Arena 2. The chance to freeze the enemies whenever they buff or termite is actually super nasty. He can deal good damage as well. Then talking about epic champions, because we have quite a few of them. We're gonna have Tyrell, guys. He's nice, but I feel like he needs a buff on his A2 to be on a 3-turn cooldown, and he's still solid. Defense, aura, attack down. Definitely not a bad epic champion. Seeker, a lot of you guys will need this champion for Clan Boss and other things, if you're doing Unkillable. Definitely worth rolling a couple of shards for Seeker, to put him on the 15x progressive chance and prior luck, honestly. This skill is just crazy, okay? There's no other champion to have such a powerful skill like him. Yes, Deacon Armstrong has something similar, but not as powerful. Then we have Hotatsu. He's a pretty nice champion too. I wouldn't necessarily summon for him on a 15x progressive chance though. But he's not a bad champion, you know. You have Leech, you have increased defense, continuous heal. Not a 100% chance to land the attack down, unfortunately. That's my main issue with him. Then we have Godseeker and Eerie. Again, a champion that's definitely worth it, you know, like she's so good. Super powerful for the Sand Devil Necropolis, and just powerful in general. In my opinion, she's the best epic support champion in the game, you know. The way she revives, the decreased cooldowns, etc. She's just too good. And we have White Dryad Nia as the last epic champion. I am using her in my Hydra clan boss together with Kaimar and Tranda, and I can deal on hard difficulty approximately 4 to 4.5 billion damage. And it's mainly all because of this skill, you know, constantly putting it on Tranda and having decreased speed AoE, which makes her nice on a stun set too for a lot of different content if you're not really looking to do it for Hydra. And if you thought that I'm done, guys, I'm actually just starting, okay? Tuesday, January 30th, they're planning to launch, again, the same thing, a progressive chance from all of the shards. The very first champion that is up for the grabs, guess who is it? Elatrian, of course. We had a pet event for him, which literally made my palms sweaty, okay? It was so much grind in the tavern to get the champion. He's nice, protected buffs against bosses. I feel like he will definitely have some very solid utility. I love the design on the champion, you know. So if you missed him, you might have a chance to get him now. Then we have Battle Khazar, still a solid champion. Definitely, he got power creep quite a bit. I've used him on the Amias fight for this rotation. I feel like he's so important to have him there to make your life easier. Poison cleanse, you know, a bit of healing. Then we have Whittir the Crowned, another awesome champion. She's great right now for the Shogun because she cleanses and is a single hit on all of the skills to hit. She doesn't actually attack with two of them, you know, so that makes her great to be the enfeebled target. So overall, not a bad champion. Then we have Lissandra. I am using Lissandra against the Dark Fae. She's still good for arena in the lower tiers to progress, you know, and she used to be the queen of Thermimeter manipulation. I still think she is, even though we don't really have so much utility for Thermimeter manipulation champions in the endgame content anymore, but she's still super solid with the Energize, the Exhaustion, Speed Aura, you know, transfers all debuffs to the target. Then we have Tuhanarak. Who doesn't want to get a Tuhanarak, guys? Super powerful for Hydra, powerful for bomb teams in arena with the debuff spread, block buffs, decrease attack. It's basically Doom Priest 2.0 on steroids. And then we have Sulfurion for the last Void Legendary. He's an awesome HP burn champion. He revives too, so he's a support champion that puts HP burn AoE and detonates it. You know, I feel like he's part of the world record team for the Spider Dungeon. Super awesome, awesome champion. Then in terms of epics, we have Stag Knight. Awesome epic champion, hands down. I would love him on my free-to-play account. My god, so much. Decreased speed, defense down, attack down. A chance to put an accuracy buff on your team. Super awesome epic. Deacon Armstrong, because we were talking about him. You have this skill that grants 15% Thermimeter, so half of what Seeker does, and grants an extra turn. Defense down, Leech with A1, Speed Aura. He's actually super nice too as a champion. Then we have Doom Priest, of course. We were talking about her, so she needs to be in the mix here. So yeah, Tuhanarak, but without the steroids and the energy drinks and anything else that makes people go crazy. And champions too, you know. Speed Aura, crit rate, randomly on an ally, increase attack. I'm using Doom Priest actually in so much content. It's just such a good champion. Seer, I know a lot of you guys are dreaming to get a Seer, you know. So again, it's hard to have shards for all of these events, man. I feel like if we are patient generally and we're saving them for the right events, we can make the most out of them. But if we're constantly opening them, these events, they feel more of a burden rather than, oh damn, again I don't have the shards, you know. Karma Burn, one of the hardest hitting skill in the game for waves, you know. It's just obliterating waves with the right amount of buffs. She lost a bit of value with the hard mode dungeons, but she's still being used in at least half of them, you know, at least for my account, you know. I don't run Calvalaxes and stuff because I don't have one, but just saying it. Then we have Sylar. I haven't seen this champion in an event for a very long time, actually. She used to be very powerful back in the day. She's still not bad, you know. Like, you have 2 AoE attacks. Great on a stun set. This one, Thermimeter Manipulation and Decreased Speed, but it doesn't actually attack. The Speed Aura is for faction crypts only. And if you thought that I'm done, guys, guess again, because I'm going in another time. Wednesday, January 31st, another 15x progressive chance, and this time around is featuring the Fusion Champion. So we're gonna have Zinogre up for the grabs, guys. Keep in mind, if you're summoning multiple copies of these champions, you cannot empower them with their copies, okay? Very, very important to remember that. She is a Fire Knight specialist, but I feel like not for the hard mode stage 10, more for the Cursed series, in my opinion. A lot of multi hits in her kit. She brings Leech, she brings Decreased Attack, she brings Increased Attack on herself, she brings Weaken, Speed Aura for dungeons. She brings a lot of things, okay? Like, she's not just a multi-hit champion. Then we have My Salad, aka Mashaled. He's solid too. He's very good against Amias, for example. Heal reduction, removes the buffs, you know. Leech, AoE attacks, attack aura for dungeons, great for Hydra. Can be used in arena in the lower tiers too. He's definitely still a good champion. Good for clan boss. There are a few very specific teams that you can build with Mashald. Then we have Septimus. Again, I haven't seen Septimus in such a long time. I feel like since Newt is out, like, Septimus is just not here anymore, basically, you know. Enemy max HP. He was the hardest hitting enemy max HP champion in the game, okay? This dealt more damage than anything else. I don't think it deals more damage than Newt now per hit, you know, without taking in consideration the triple hit on Newt. Or he might be doing a little bit of extra damage. I used to one-shot the Spider with this champion back in the day. At the moment, I'll be honest, I'm not using him anywhere. They are a few teams for the Sand Devils Necropolis with double Septimus, but they're very, very needy in terms of stats, guys, you know. So he's still a decent champion, but I feel like he definitely got power creeped quite a bit. Then we have everyone's favorite, everyone's favorite, Tranda, guys. If you wanna get her for your Hydra team, you know, like, now's your chance. 15x on Tranda, for Sacreds, for Primals. I feel like for Ancients it's pretty relevant to try and put her on it because, man, there's so many champions that you can summon from those shards. And even from Sacreds too, but at least there are a few less champions that can potentially be summoned. This skill right here does all the work in Hydra. Super powerful. She can be used for a lot of other content too, like she can put HP burn, she can put stuns, she can still be forced to reckon with in arena, in the lower tiers, tag team arena. Definitely not a bad champion, but she is meta for Hydra at the moment. Then, my god, I really want another copy of this champion. So bad to be able to make mine +4. Baron, guys. Sky Piercer. One of the best AoE skills in the entire game. Because it ignores so much defense. He has good multipliers. Hopefully Angar will be the next Baron after the buff. Who knows? Maybe they're gonna buff him nicely, and we're gonna be able to use Angar in some of the teams. But we have splash damage on the A1, defense down that goes through everything except Stone Skin, and another single hit. He deals a lot of damage, Baron, like super powerful. And we have Supreme Garrick as the last Void legendary champion. Great for Hydra. You have block buffs, HP burn, activate HP burn, increase attack on him. You have decreased speed. You have this passive that helps you to deal with the Head of Torment. And yeah, he's definitely nice. I dropped him from my team a couple of months ago, but I still think that he's super nice. You know, like very good for Hydra clan boss. And we have a few different epic champions, guys, and we have the very first one, Nalder. Great for the Fire Knight. I love him in the Cursed series. So many multi-hits. You have the chance to freeze as well. So for Fire Knight 10 hard mode, he's better than Zinogre, the Fusion champion, for example, because he has freeze, you know. But for different areas where you don't need a freeze and you need a lot of multi-hits, she's better. But for hard mode, Nelder is actually insane. Very, very good for the Fire Knight. Then we have Lady Quillen. She is being used for the mythical fusion, guys. So if you need to pick a copy up, do it. She kind of sucks as a champion, I'll be honest. She doesn't really do much, but she looks cool. You know, so if you need her for the fusion, is definitely a solid option. Then we have Allure, guys. She's great for progression on the Fire Knight, amazing on the Dark Fae. Still very powerful there because of this A1. The rest of her kit doesn't even matter. Only this A1. A lot of Terminator manipulation. Then we have Whisper, guys. I know a lot of you guys love Whisper. Whisper had a good value search with the addition of the new content because her damage is not capped, unlike the enemy max HP damage. So her dealing a lot of extra damage against bosses because of the passive, that actually puts her on a better ranking list for damage dealers against bosses, you know. So super solid epic champion. Definitely consider her. And we have the last one, guys, which is Akemtum. A pretty solid one as well. You have a speed aura for all battles. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Poison, hex, debuff spread. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Has a chance to land hex. Is very powerful against the spider dungeon hard mode levels, okay? Because of the hex and the teams that you can create with him. Plus, of course, the passive is interesting too, and he's good for the Hydra clan boss as well. All these progressive events, guys, will last for exactly 24 hours each. Now, Monday, we have the Summon Rush, when we have the Archer event, so I'll be pulling tomorrow my shards. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, we have the CVC with personal reward. So I feel like this will be a pretty heated one for everybody because a lot of people will wanna summon. And if you thought that that's all, that's not, okay? Monday, they're planning to launch a 3x event to drop stun sets artifacts from the Fire Knight Castle. The stun set, once again, saw a massive value surge with the addition of the Cursed City. So now, more than ever, the stun set is at its peak, okay? Very, very important for everybody. Then, on Wednesday, January 31st, they're planning to launch a 3x event for dropping Bannerlord accessories at the Spider Den. Yeah, it's okay-ish, nothing too insane. Of course, this event seemed to be on for 48 hours, and that was all, guys. My god, okay? From a petty guaranteed event, at least what I thought that it will happen for the beginning of the week, we ended up with a list this big of champions being part of summoning events and dungeon drops. And yeah, I feel like my brain just melted after speaking of so many champions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you tempted to go and summon for any of these heroes? Appreciate every single one of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.